Welcome back! We've just come back from the border house where we found a picture of Charlie, Emma, and April. So we finally have a way to link Charlie to April so we can ask him about her. And I just want to say I came down pretty hard on that whole sequence in the border house, on some of the negative aspects of it. But to be honest, I do actually like that bit of the game because it is pretty atmospheric and pretty tense as well. And it is by no means the worst stealth sequence in the game. Also, it's a pretty nice trip down memory lane, and we're not quite done taking trips down memory lane because now we'll show the photograph to Charlie, and hopefully he'll be able to shed some light on some of the things that have been happening. Although I don't expect he knows anything about the girl we keep seeing on screens, but at least he'll be able to fill us in about April. Maybe he knows what happened to her after the long journey, or at least he'll be able to tell Zoe about the things that happened before the end of the long journey. Okay, so let's show him the photograph.
Could you tell me anything about this picture? That's you, isn't it?
Jesus Christ, where did you find this?
At the hotel. Room 201. I found it in the closet and I figured you'd know. I mean, that is you, right?
10 years and a lifetime ago. Yeah. I can't believe that graph would still be in April's old room after all this time.
April?
April Ryan, the girl in the middle. 201, that was her room 10 years ago.
Did you say April Ryan?
Yeah? Why?
That name sounds very familiar.
You probably got her mixed up with someone else. April vanished back in '09, just days before the collapse. We spent a long time searching for her before I gave up. Emma, on the other hand, she never lost faith. She still thinks April's alive and out there somewhere.
Emma's the other girl in the picture.
Yeah, they were the two best friends I've ever had. But I haven't heard from Emma in years, and April... Let's just say that I don't share Emma's faith in miracles.
How did April disappear?
Look, I'm not comfortable talking about this. It's private stuff.
Sounds like April hasn't been back to Stark since the end of the longest journey. Or if she did come back to Stark, she at least hasn't gone back to visit Charlie, which sounds unlikely, so I'm guessing she's probably not been back to Stark at all. Okay, well, we really do want to know what's going on here. Whether or not this is related to the girl we've been seeing and Reza and everything, so I want to push on.
I need to know, Charlie. I think there may be a connection between April Ryan and whatever Reza was investigating.
What? Are you serious?
This is gonna sound crazy. I can't even believe I'm telling you this, but I've heard the name April Ryan recently. I've been seeing things on screens back in Casablanca at the hotel. Strange, creepy things. At first, I figured it had something to do with the static. That might still be the case, but I think there's more to it than that. There's this snowy landscape, a strange black house, a girl. I know it sounds completely insane, but the girl, she speaks to me, directly to me, through the screen. Find her, save her. At first that was all she said, and then find April Ryan. Find April, save April. When I was inside that place, the hotel, I saw the girl again. She pointed the way to April's room, to the closet where I found the picture.
Jesus. If you're right, if this isn't some kind of sick joke, I need to contact Emma. She still believes April was telling the truth.
The truth? About what?
Can you stick around, Zoe? I'm sure Emma will hop on the first Vactrax or scramjet out of Europolis, and she'll want to hear this from you. Once she gets here, we'll tell you the whole story. I promise.
Charlie, The April Ryan I've heard of might not be your April. I don't want you to get your hopes up.
April disappeared under some very strange circumstances, Zoe. If there's even a tiny chance that this has anything to do with her, we need to pursue it.
Okay. I have to wait here for this guy to contact me anyway. Marcus. I met him at the hotel.
Marcus? This is starting to sound like a damn family reunion. Marcus was a friend of ours back in the old days, until he got into Amethyst in a big way. Haven't seen him in years either, but I heard he got a job at the hotel.
Yeah. He's some kind of caretaker. And you're right, it's not a hotel. I saw something while I was there. They're testing some kind of device that hooks up to your head. I've seen it once before. It's probably what brought Reza to Newport. Anyway, Marcus said he'd help me find out what happened to Reza, for a price. I told him to meet me here later. I hope that's okay.
No problem. This is the safest place in Newport. Nothing gets in or out without me knowing about it. I'll make sure his name's put on the guest list. I'm gonna go call Emma, and then I need to take care of some business, but you can just hang out here. I'll have the kitchen make you something to eat.
That would be nice. I'm starving. I haven't eaten since the train.
You come to the right place. Our sashimi's the best in town. Find yourself a table and I'll have someone take your order.
Thank you. Wait, Charlie?
Yeah?
You really think Reza's okay?
He's an investigative reporter, isn't he? Jericho's famous. I'm sure he's been in worse scrapes. Don't worry, he'll be okay.
The safest place in Venice? Well, considering the rest of Venice, that's really not much of a boast. I mean, discounting the fringe, if I put a taped-up cardboard box outside, it's probably the safest thing in Venice. Sounds like there's some people here now. Must be later in the evening. Or looks like there's some people.